Hello and welcome at Helix. Originally, I, Stefan Wiesner, CEO of Helix, and Gustav Weller, Chief Product Owner of Helix, and Christoph Plamper, Head of Marketing, wanted to show you the most perfect presentation on this trade show. But then Corona happened. Now, all of my team is implementing our solutions and creating new apps in the battle against Corona. So please be patient if this presentation is not as good as we originally planned. But anyway, at any time you can contact us using our emails or the eyeforpharma matching tool. Helix is based in Cologne, Germany, and we are focused on solution for clinical trials and clinical data. Today, I'm talking about how to lower cost and speed up clinical studies with structured clinical data, electronic patient files, collaborative marketplaces. But first, let's talk about how to speed up clinical trials. There are four major challenges for speeding up clinical trials. It takes too long to plan and set up clinical studies. Finding the right site and the right patients is slow and not very easy. Study execution is very costly, and collaboration in clinical trials is still very difficult. We at Helix are focusing on three areas to speed up clinical trials and lower cost. First up is our Helix site management system, the leading information management system for clinical trials. We support pharmaceutical research in conducting multi-site clinical sites and making it possible to collaborate across many sites. We make managing clinical research absolutely seamless. Lastly, we make it possible to manage all roles and all research groups in one single application. The Helix site management system is very easy to use as a website. It avoids costly integration in existing research systems, and your researchers and doctors can immediately work together. Thousands of researchers and thousands of studies are using it already. The Helix site management system records everything about clinical trials, provide a single source of reference for collaborative research and legal obligations. The Helix site management system makes collaboration very easy with a secure and very granular access and role management. We also are one of the first systems to enable clinical trials for medical apps, making it possible for an app to be prescribed by a qualified doctor. Lastly, the Helix site management system is very easy to access. It's completely web-based and very easy to integrate into your IT landscape. If you'd like to find more about Helix Site Management System SMS, go to helix.system/SMS. Secondly, our Helix clinical documentation system makes capturing and managing of clinical data easy. With the Helix clinical documentation system, you can easily create and publish case report forms, create structured clinical documentation. You can also pseudonymize all patient data and push the data into hospital information systems. All forms and data input can be flexible, adapted to your needs, your cases, your patient data. And we can tailor it to your diagnostic workflow. Find more about Helix clinical documentation system at helix.system/CDS. Next up, I'll show you how you can increase recruitment of sites and patients for your clinical trials. Finding the right hospital with the right patient is really very hard. Smaller pharmaceutical companies and CROs often don't have the access or established relations to major clinical sites and leading physicians. A lot of companies have trouble with inefficient processes and poor relationships to existing sites. Our solution, we match pharmaceutical companies and CROs with clinical sites and major hospitals. We know the strengths and research areas, the patient makeup of thousands of hospitals and research units who are conducting clinical trials every day with our tools and on our platform. We provide efficient and tailored matching for your clinical trials. For matching, please contact us via email at matching@helix.systems. Lastly, as you know, high qualified structured clinical data is the foundation of any successful clinical trial. The FHIR data center makes it possible to seamlessly use clinical data in clinical trials. The problem is getting and using clinical data is really very hard. IT systems are often closed shops, making data access almost impossible. There are too many incompatible data standards as well on the market. And hospital systems are not suited for research. Usually they are created to make the financial people happy, not the researchers. The FHIR data standard is a solution for making clinical data accessible and useful for research. FHIR enables seamless data exchange, and it's built on web technologies. Our clinical integration hub makes it possible to easily use FHIR-based clinical data in clinical research and care. Our clinical integration hub provides a straightforward way to provide structured clinical data to everyone. We make it possible to use FHIR data in pharma research, hospitals, and research networks today. The cornerstone is our FHIR server, providing a plug-and-play infrastructure for FHIR data and easy access. It supports the whole FHIR specifications. Our FHIR server can easily tailor to your own workflows and infrastructure with many plugins. And with our FHIR mapper, you can use data from almost every other data standard and format in your research and obviously as well in your clinical care. A data mapping has to be created only once and then can be used by everyone and every process in your organization. Find more about Helix Clinical Integration Hub at helix.systems/hub. To summarize, our site management system speeds up clinical trials significantly and helps lower cost. Our clinical documentation system makes it possible to easily capture any clinical data. Our clinical integration hubs makes it easy for any clinical data to be available for research and clinical care. And lastly, our matching services matches your company with the right site and the right patient for your clinical trial. Thank you. We are really looking forward to you. We like to meet you. Call us, send us an email, use the eyeforpharma matching tool. I hope next year to see you in person. And up to then, stay healthy and find more about us at helix.systems. Thanks a lot, Stefan Wiesner, CEO Helix.